live, and we are talking today about something really frustrating for most of you, and that is getting him offline and onto an actual date. Isn't it so annoying when you're messaging with a man and all he's doing is just chit chatting, maybe getting on a phone call here and there, but actually just really not taking it offline? And how is it your problem, right? How is it your problem that he's not taking it offline? Well, it's not your problem. It's actually his job to lead and to take it offline. But you can do several things to help encourage him to take the lead and take the date offline and off the freaking chat, which is so annoying, right? So, first of all, I am streaming on several different platforms. So, I want to know your first name and where you are calling in from. So, your city, your country, whatever. I am in Toronto, Canada. Most of you know that, but not all of you. I do travel a lot, so that might be really confusing because I come in from all kinds of places. Where are you from? What's your first name? Hi, everyone on Instagram. Hi, everyone on YouTube and in my private Facebook group. All right. So this is going to be interactive because I really want to know if you've experienced this or if you resonate with some of the things that you've done, like, oh no, I've done that. And if you're going to try the new way. So let's dive in. Okay, let's dive in. So this video is going to be more like, don't do this, but do this. So not this, but that. So invite and don't pressure. So I'm looking at my notes here. Forgive me. I can't do everything by heart. I'm human, right? So invite a man to take it offline. Don't pressure him or get annoyed or suggest. Okay. Yes, suggesting is not the same as inviting. So I always talk about femininity, right? I talk about drawing a man in. A lot of my shows are called Magnetize Love or Attract Your Soulmate. That is not a coincidence. It's about inviting, it's about being in the feminine and opening to have a man step up to the plate and do his job. His job is to lead. His job is to take the next step, to take the relationship to the next level. Why do you think it's the most common for a man to get on his knee and ask the woman to marry him? Well, it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that the man takes the relationship to whatever next level there is. So if it comes to texting on a dating app, it is the man's lead that should be taking it to the next step, which is offline and on a date. However, these days that doesn't happen often. A lot of men are actually gun shy because they've been told they're too aggressive or it's too soon, or they've been emasculated, or they've got their balls cut off for being a leader, for being forward, for showing they like you, right? This is being constantly shut down. And then we're over here bitching that men aren't leading. Like, it's so confusing for men out there. So give them a break. How do you invite someone to ask you on a date? Now, that is where feminine communication is super duper important. Feminine communication invites and doesn't ask questions and doesn't force and doesn't whine and bitch and complain. Okay? So if you're messaging with a man and you want him to take it offline and you're totally done with chit-chatting on your phone, you can say, it would feel amazing to meet you in person. What do you think? That's all you have to say. Because guess what? You're sharing what you feel and what you would like, but you're not leading, you're not asking him. You're just making a statement. It would feel amazing to meet you in person. And you're making a statement around what it is you want in a non-threatening way, such as, you should ask me out. No, You're just stating what you feel or what you would like. It doesn't mean he has to. It doesn't mean you have to pressure him or you have to ask him. This is a perfect opening for him to take the lead and to just realize, oh shit, she wants me to ask her out. Or more often than not, it will be he will not do it because in the first place, he wasn't a leader as a man. Now, a lot of these men, like I said, are gun shy from the dating apps because they've been shut down so quickly by bitchy women. So some of these men will be so excited to hear very clearly what it is you need. So keep practicing. Only state what you want without asking him questions. The only question I want you to practice asking a man is, what do you think? So you make your statement of what you want, and then you ask him what he thinks. What do you think? This is actually a psychological trigger for him to step up and create a solution. When someone asks him, what do you think? This is what it triggers for him. So if he is in his masculine, in his divine masculine, in his mature, strong masculine, it's going to click him into gear to create the result or to fix the problem. This is how we can work with men's innate need to fix, but to our favor. So you invite him to step up by saying, what do you think? After you've shared how you feel or what you want to feel. You see, you don't say, I really want to get offline, buddy. What do you think? No. Not I want, not we should. Stop we shoulding men, okay? When we should, it just means you should. Think about it. When anyone says we should, it always means you should to that person. It's just a weak way for you to ask for what you want. Instead, say, it would feel amazing to me to get this offline. What do you think? Right? You're just sharing what you feel. You're not telling him what to do. You're not asking him. You're not leading. You're not making the plans. It is so subtle and so important. Okay, the second thing, open, don't question. So I often say in my workshops and in my programs, Queen School, with my clients, I tell them, I train it out of them to stop asking questions. Do not ask men questions. The only question you get to ask him is, what do you think? Here's why. When a man is asked questions, immediately he feels like you're nagging. So here's the thing, when you say, where were you last night? Or how come you didn't message me? Or why aren't we on a date? Or shouldn't we go on a date? Or all of these ways of asking questions, even how's your day? First of all, stop asking people how their day is. It's like a formality and it's stupid. It's irritating, Share about your day, but don't ask someone about their day. It's too common, it's too straightforward, it's too not straightforward, but it's too like blah. Okay? But back to the question thing. Stop asking men questions. It innately triggers them to feeling judged, for you to be naggy, and they don't like it. They don't like to be questioned. But you like to be questioned. You like it when someone shows interest in you and asks you questions. So you think you should do it to men, but it's wrong. This is where we differ. And this is where we have bad communication sometimes between us, because each person in a kind of relationship, whether it's dating or marriage, thinks the other person wants the same thing they do. But that is called a projection. So I project onto men that they want to be asked questions because I want to be asked questions. But that's wrong. Men do not like to be asked questions. They feel criticized when a woman asks him questions, and it feels too private, even if it's like, how was your day? Or What did you do this weekend? It it primally makes them feel criticized. And, I don't want to go too long on and on and on about this. It just is. And try to stop asking men questions and see how much it shifts the energy because it's beautiful. So, what you just have to be vulnerable and state what you feel. Just like I said, it would feel amazing to get offline. What do you think? Or it would feel amazing to see you in person. What do you think? That's pretty vulnerable, right? So speak about what you would like and what you feel. Don't ask him questions ever. Stop asking men questions, please. Um, okay, I will move on to 3. Comment below if you are really in a habit of asking men questions. Comment below because I really to get really clear on how much of a habit it is to fill the space with asking a man questions. And it's only because you think you have to. You think it's rude. I know this. You think it's rude to not ask someone questions because it doesn't show that you're interested in that person if you don't ask questions. No, no. By responding at all, you're showing your interest. So stop asking a man questions and just make statements without a question mark at the end. Just make statements. I had a wonderful long weekend, water skiing, going on hikes, and having naps. It felt so delicious to take such good care of myself while getting ready for the September rush. That's all you have to say in an opening line. I know it feels very contrived and it feels off, but I'm telling you, this works. This works for my clients. This worked for me when I was dating. It still works for me when I'm communicating with my partner. And then from that, a masculine man is going to be like, oh my God, who is this woman? And start asking you questions. Oh, where did you water ski? And then you can share. But making statements about what you did and how you experienced it is very alluring for a man. It's not alluring to be asked questions about him. Okay, I'll leave that there. The last thing that you get to practice to get him offline and onto a date is, well, first of all, abundance dating, which leads me to there's like a hair tickling me, which leads me to the actual point, which is um, being unattached and not needy. You see, abundance dating gets you to feel unattached because you have so many great options on the go. Abundance dating helps you feel unattached. If you are messaging with one man that sounds nice and you think he has potential, but no one else is in your funnel or in your circle, you're going to be so annoyed if he doesn't ask you out. You're going to be so disappointed if he doesn't ask you out. You're going to be so mad if he ghosts you. But if you have multiple people on the go, you're going to be a lot more unattached to this one man who really stands out from the crowd and you really like him. You're going to be a little bit less attached and you're going to actually give off less of a needy vibe. You guys, you are more needy than you think you are. I'm telling you. You are way more needy than you think you are. Messaging a man first, asking him questions shows up as needy to him. I know you're not thinking you're needy, but it shows up needy to him. Leading, like saying, oh, we should go on a date, or when do you have time for a date, or do you want to go on a date? No, no. It would feel amazing to meet you in real life. What do you think? Right? So these subtle shifts in energy, they are an energetic shift, are critical. And the unattachment is so much easier when you are truly unattached. You see, acting unattached isn't unattached. And you don't know how needy you're coming across because of your subconscious programming running the show. Okay. Have you pushed men away in the past? That means you give off a needy vibe. You give off a pressury vibe and you give off a leading vibe. So I'm telling you, as much as you consciously think you're not being needy and attachy, you are. So let that just be neutral information. Ponder it. Don't be defensive about it. Like, I'm not needy. And start practicing being unattached truly by creating that abundance for yourself with lots of men around you, lots of interest around you, so you don't get needy for this one person to ask you on a date and then get really devastated when they don't ask you out on a date. Okay? So let's recap. Invite, don't pressure. Do not ask questions. Invite, don't pressure. Okay? Be open. Do not ask questions. So open the conversation to him leading, but don't ask him out. And unattachment, not neediness. And this neediness vibe, trust me, I thought I didn't have it too, and I did. And the only thing that beat it out of me was abundance dating, meaning having lots of people on the go, whether I liked them or whether I thought there was potential or not. It was just having that feeling of an abundance of men in my life that made me less attached or unattached to the outcome with the men that I did like. And that made all the difference because I was more laissez faire. I was like, cool, take it or leave it. I have a bunch of people who are really great potential. So if you're not interested, they might be. You know, that vibe is just so much more alluring and so much more enticing for a man. So, okay, that's it. Okay, some people are coming in on Instagram. How do you okay, someone's asking me, how do you rephrase how was your day? You don't. You share about your day. You see, we think we have to learn about the other person, but when you share about you, this is the feminine way. Share about your deep, descriptive, sensual experiences of your day. Like, I walked in the forest and the breeze brushed my hair, and I just recognized how lucky I am that I live in this beautiful area. That's way more enticing than how was your day, right? So when you descriptively and sensually, using your senses, describing with your senses, talk about you, that automatically gets a man to share about him. He will then say, my day was boring. I was at work. And you never had to ask him how his day was. Isn't that magical? Go and try it. Tell me in the chat below that you are committed to trying it and let me know how it went. I'm going to close this live for now, but I will see you on the next one. Oh, shoot. I have to share my little gift for you. So there is if you want my gift, there is a 5-part series on red flags and blind spots. It's a 5-part audio series. You can grab it by link in the bio here on Instagram and link below on YouTube and Facebook. Oh my goodness. I always forget this part. I just love to just like chat and I forget to share my offering. So that's my offering. Go get it now and you will get even more clarity on how to get a man offline and onto a real date. All right. Bye for now.